The following is a fan-based parody. The voices in this video were created by AI tools and do not represent the real-life figures of said voices. Opinions and topics discussed by the characters in question are written purely as satire and do not reflect their real-life counterparts' opinions or the writer's opinion on the matter. The purpose of this video is purely for entertainment. Thanks to all channel members and donators. Your support makes these videos possible. Hey everybody, welcome back to another episode of Infinite Fusion. I guess before we start, I have a surprise for you too.
Yes, of course, my blood brother. I'll be yours forever and ever. Let's celebrate our marriage in style. I love you, Joe.
Note to self, Barack is sick in the head this episode. Anywho, go for it, buddy.
What the ferret?
Our editor told us we only get 1 or 2 F-bombs per video, and I hate to use mine so early to kill the monetization. But how in the flying type fuck did you manage this?
I decided to represent my people and get a sex change, guys. Ain't that neat?
Your people? Pedophiles?
Okay, Donnie, you got me. I'm actually repping all the 13-year-old girls in the world. That is our character's canonical age, after all.
Wait a minute. I can see the character morph in and out of a different sprite. You Shang Tsung wannabe. What the hell did you do to our pro tag?
Just let him get his encounter first, Barack.
Wow. For 2 slick-looking Pokemon, I thought they would have a cooler fusion together. Still, this opens up a lot of awesome possibilities, particularly with Reuniclus.
The main thing I'm looking at here is the fact these are 2 fully evolved Pokemon. Their stat potential is already at its best since they have both reached their final form, so we could safely fuse them with non-evolved monsters and still have reliable firepower.
We could do that or refuse them with other final stage evolutions. Imagine the Kingdra paired with Charizard or Lugia. We are starting to gain some seriously kick-ass materials now. I love it.
Is that green stuff around the Reuniclusiate's fat? You're an expert in that field, Donald. Tell me your thoughts.
Why don't you shut it, you son of a Squirtle's ass crack?
I actually looked it up after the last episode, and in this game, the boost ball has a catch multiplier of 0.8 times, and the heal ball is your regular 1 times catch multiplier.
Barack utilizing his downloadability on balls like he's a Porygon 2. Maybe you can answer me this question because I never understand the move. How does Psywave work?
Well, it's a bit complicated. There's a whole formula for it, which is dumb that depends on your Pokemon's level. Fun fact, just like all great Generation 1 mechanics, it could break your game in a local battle. It could do 1 HP from your perspective, but on your friend's Game Boy, it could actually do 0 damage and desync the Link battle. The more you know.
And if you don't know, now you know, Zigga.
You never answered my question, Chubbs McKenzie. What is the green fat?
I believe it's the polypeptide cytoplasm produced by the pocket monster's hydrophilic mitochondria. That's basic Bayleaf biology, bitch.
All right, I was going to make a smart scientific name, but after hearing that brain rot, I'm going with the nickname Handy. Bro's got hands, so he is literally that.
Go ahead and deposit him, Joe. I've got some great fusion ideas for the following episode.
And fix whatever wacky metamorphosis is going on with our character. Nobody wants to see this crock-and-aw concoction anymore.
All right, there you go. Fixed myself up just in time for this rival battle. We even get to see my cool custom portrait in the versus screen.
Did they take that photo of you while getting Vietnam flashbacks? Why do you look so depressed?
It's depressing being the best. When you're the only player in a 3-man Nuzlocke that hasn't lost a Pokemon, it gets lonely up at the #1 spot.
If you're in first place, I cannot wait for a blue shell to come out of nowhere and use Misty Explosion on your cocky sandy shocky bukkake ass.
That was an ill flow you just had there, Barack. Another shout out to PinkYoshi from the Infinite Fusion Discord who provided me with this custom trainer sprite. It looks awesome, and be sure to check out their channel again in the description.
Guess I gotta ask that Munching Koopa looking chump to conjure up a magnificent character for myself also. I suppose it does give me a chance to complain to them directly about how Joe's sprite looks way too young. It should have just been a Kaboo-top skeleton walking around.
Wait guys, look at who I'm facing. It's finally time to peek all of my chews and squirt all of my turtles.
Joe, don't say that. Open up those Victini-shaped ears and listen to me before the sus police get you.
You just don't want the feds to show up for other reasons, good cop.
Says the fatty who somehow keeps running away from the tax collector like a cricketot.
All right, even though neither of these 2 are physical attackers, I'll teach them Dragon Rush for the extra coverage.
Smart decision, Joe. I'm gonna try to be more supportive like a plusle of you both, since at the end of the day, we are all in this together. Call me Troy Bolton.
Before I forget, I've learned a new trick this time around. Call me Pumpkaboo. I'm about to blow your mind with this one.
All right, Blacephalon, go ahead.
I want you all to look at the interactive options underneath this video.
The stuff that lets the channel use the move growth. All right, keep it going, Joe.
While I remind you all to like the video and subscribe to the channel, notice how those respective buttons light up. Make sure to unlike to see it happen again, and re-like to see the cool little thumbs up effect that goes with it.
Bro is engagement farming on YouTube. I've officially seen it all.
I don't know why this air rough is in creative mode staring at us, but do what you do best and shoot him down, Mr. Prez.
You both strike me as the type of Cosmog cowards to use the SAM turret as a kill streak, and this just confirms it.
Watch out, here comes his ace, Joe.
I'm not surprised. I had faith that our rival would still have his genitals from the first battle.
Geez, I hope so. We aren't Indian doctors or anything.
His general just evolved into a bigger, juicier, and girthier general. I kind of mess with that.
This is why I could never employ you to work in the Dick Ick Shop, Donald. You just admitted to messing around with this black rabbit's genitals, which comprises like 40% of the stock we sell in the store. You'd get too distracted, but low-key I would understand it.
Thanks.
This battle seems like it's in the bag like Nebby, so let me ask, are you going to take on Misty this episode?
I think I'll leave that for Donald next time. I'll clear the routes up north, catch a few encounters, and even train up the team for the next episode. Sound good?
That's perfect, my minin'. As long as Barack isn't the one to fight Misty, I can't complain. Bro would be fighting his inner demons, and I'm not talking about Sakuna this time.
Speaking of inner demons, our opponent Jenna Tools just listened to theirs and committed sauce on the side. You hate to see it.
Sorry, boys, I just cried like a sobble when I heard we have to delay seeing Fisty Misty for an episode. My Jellison colored joystick just disintegrated as well, but decent battle all the same, Joe.
I'll make a start on these 5 punks guarding the Nuggy Bridge as we make our way north. How are you both doing this week, by the way, boys?
I'm doing great, Joe. I rewatched The Pick of Destiny for like the 50th time in my life. That movie is a true classico.
Totally agree, Barack. Coincidentally enough, I've been listening to Octagon collaborations and remixes also. I just can't get enough of those 8 fantastic sides. Any more bizarre adventures, JoJo?
No, nothing crazy this week, but I'm in a bit of a predicament at the moment. I'm heading to a concert this weekend with Bush. I don't know why he's so connected to me. It's like he wants me inside of him or something.
And I'm going to be fused with that corrupted wicked witch of America called Hillary Clinton. Get over yourself, Joe, you crawdont choker. What singer are you going to see?
We are going to watch some wacky-ass band called Tenacious D. Ever heard of them?
Oh my God! Donald my cock!
You shallow smasher. How did you get your hands on those tickets? The both of us have been trying for months and they've sold out every attempt we make.
You two seem to always forget exactly who I am. I'm literally the president. I stole the tickets from a Make-A-Wish kid. I absolutely punched his lights out. Who are they going to report me to, myself?
You went through all that effort, yet you have absolutely no idea who they are at all, Joe?
I haven't a clue. Don't tell me it's one of those stupid boy bands with like 20 singers in it. That's Bush's new craze lately.
It's the incredibly talented duo of Kyle Gass and Jack Black.
Black? Was that the guy who was featured in the last episode?
You've never heard of Jack Black? Jablinski Gaming? The second best YouTube channel on the platform, only behind Game Producer 6?
He's top 3 channels in the verse, no questions asked.
Kind of like how this Type Tales we are against is top 3 fusion designs in the IF-verse. The pulsating flames acting as a sort of beard/main hybrid is just sick. Looks better than any of those weird 3D Typhlosion models where the fire ain't active. He just looks like a naked, long rodent boy.
First time you've ever complained about such a thing.
I mean, he looks cool, but it's nothing special. The next sprite will probably look better.
It would have to be some awesome sort of fly dude for it to top that last one.
According to all known laws of aviation, there is no way a bee should be able to fly. Its wings are too small to get its fat little body off the ground.
What is going on with this cursed-ass battle right now? First Barry B. Benson and now the Pixar lamp?
Hold on a sonic booming second. That's my boy, Armando. Have you never seen him out in the wilderness picking clovers like yourself, Donald?
Unlike you, Barack, I'm not a professional at hanging out in fields. So that's a no from me.
I don't know what you're chat-totting on about Flubber, but watch the sonic booms, Joe.
I know the guy'll match up well, Barack, don't worry. I would never let a Pokemon faint to a set damage move unlike some people.
Ouch, that stung like poison. That being said, great match, Joe.
I can't wait to see how strong the rest of the cuties on this bridge are. For the love of Solus's juicy slime, those trainers were piss easy.
Look on the bright side, you can go back to your villainous ways and join Team Rocket, Joe.
Ah, what the hell, I'll rejoin, why not? Maybe they'll finally listen to me about how I personally would conquer the world. Sure would beat whatever plan that Gothita Groomer Giovanni comes up with.
Whoa, 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 stop. There's a lot to unpack there.
This Kling or Clang or Kling Clang fusion reminds me of that deadbeat bastard. Him and his pussycat Persian would always grind my gears.
I was joking about you being in Team Rocket before. Are you meaning to tell me you actually were?
My hoodlum scrafty days were short-lived, but it's true, boys. It was a gang back in '98 called Team R. We were rebellious, but we didn't want copyright smoke from the Nintendo ninjas.
I do remember a couple of sleepovers back in the day, seeing a coughing and Ekans-colored akimbo pistols hung up in your wardrobe, Joe. Was that the strap you rode around with?
Ah, yes, my trusty sidekicks, Jesse and James, always blasting off, again and again.
Okay, that was colder than head from an ice cube, but why did you leave the gang?
I told you we got a new boss. Coincidentally, an Italian asshole called Giovanni. He wanted to take over the world in the shadows. I wanted to with upfront destruction. To me, damage is the only way forward.
Oh my God, the evidence was under our noses the whole time like Probo passes iron sand. How did we never notice?
Our morals divided the clan, so those who followed me were now a part of the newly found Toilet Bird Gang. We were ganging it. Gang, 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 gang.
And you dug up dirt that he was grooming young girls? Was the mob name a cover-up for Aubrey Graham?
I think we will have to save that story for another day. It's time for another encounter, boyos.
Yippity! Cook it up, Joey!
Watch this. The next encounter is about to be the biggest dub I have ever conjured up in my entire existence.
You literally summoned a W unknown fused with a Pokemon whose name also begins with that letter.
Dub was so big I used transform on the 23rd letter of the alphabet, boss man.
Thank you, thank you. You're far too kind. However, since it is part unknown, this mon is more of an L than anything. I think we should use this thing as Wonder Trade material. What do you think, guys?
Oh my Claude. The dub stands for Wonder Trade, which is a goated mechanic.
Joe hopping out the kitsch with the Max Flare Darmanitan eyebrow fire emoji.
Yes, I am 6 of those whatever things you just water-spouted, Donnie. Don't get me wrong, the Whooper side is cool, but unknown fused with anything will drop their stats harder than 6 consecutive overheats.
You're right in saying that, Joe. I guess this cements the fact we will be using Wonder Trades as a re-rolling system for wild encounters that we may not be happy about.
Sounds fair enough to me. Thanks to all the viewers who gave their input on the Wonder Trade tickets in episode 2.
Thanks to all the bots that I paid for in those comments for doing your job. Anyway, time to officially label this guy as Dub and send him off into the great ether like his real name is Ike.
Isn't this exciting, boys? A brand new feature we've never seen before. They should add this to a mainline game.
I despise how uncultured you are at times.
Wait, you don't think this could be a foreshadowing to me sending away our Dub for this run just like last time, do you?
Well, now I think that. You mother shuckle.
Well, he is level 14, and you both have read the script and saw the premature ending to that episode, right?
Bro, did not just fucking spoil that this series dies at 14.
Joe, calm down. We need to take a break or something. Obama dropping bombshells part always.
What did I say? I like to know my lines for the day of a recording.
And we got something so fucking mid? Cut to commercial! Who the fuck is that Pokemon? Hey yo, it's Pikachu. Fucking idiot.
Why is it so hard for you to understand basic communication, Joey Max Slowy? When did a Pikachu fusion appear at all in this episode?
Did you forget that time when I squirted?
Like a Fampy?
You were close.
Hey Samuel, pay attention. You were supposed to include a Poke fusion that has already appeared in the first half of the video or one of its evolutions so the viewers have a fair shot of guessing it.
That's kind of dumb. I don't like it when the viewers win. But fine, I'll play fair next time I get a turn.
Okay, good. Aside from that, I'm excited to see what other fusion material you could possibly obtain in the rest of this episode. Remember, the more monsters we catch, the more epic options we gain for our team. We aren't bound to just what we have caught. We can mix and match the individual creatures in whatever way we like. Is there any combination you have in mind right now?
After this battle, I might head back to the box and fuse Flyamigo with Dark Osama. That 4-way would go crazier than a Volo.
You venom moth throbbing jobber. You should know you can't merge 2 pre-existing fusions.
I think there's one other glaring problem here like an Arbok. It's the simple fact that Flyamigo is dead. Do you think I'd deposit a Latios for fun?
Well, considering how it was killed off, I really thought it was all just a cruel joke you were playing. In reality, it was just skill issue.
Hey Barack, why was 6 afraid of 7?
No idea. Why?
Because you fucking nuked 9.
I'm sorry I have a sense of pride for being the best player out of the 3 of us. I could have very easily pulled the Dragon Rage claws as you said, but I play these challenges hardcore to prove I am literally at the peak of the Silver Mountain.
Is that so? I'll leave you seeing red if that's the case.
Why do Donananis and Barakanis have to keep on fighting?
For the sake of your focused bestie, I'll form a truce with this mechanized monstrosity. If it's too distracting, I shall do it. Does that make you feel at ease?
Well, miss my Magius and steal my kids. I need this thing in my real life as my real wife right now. Hand it over, you heckin' hacker.
Why did I flinch as if that was a slur?
Please don't freak out and start losing monsters left, right, and center, Joe. I know it's hypocritical of me to say, but we can't really afford to lose any more party members this early in the run. Remember, my ambiguous relative of a gym leader did have a legendary, but we were just super lucky like an unpheasant that it happened to be fused with a baby Pokemon.
At this current moment, I'm fully aware that my ability is not own tempo, because I'm confused. This Boldor-built Bingus is for some reason giving me advice, even though my gameplay is so rock solid I've been carrying the team on my back like a Crustle. Shut that musky Vullaby trap of yours before I send you back to your city. Or as you and this supposed Jack call it, Black City.
To round out this shitty Gen 5 scheme, you both suck Seismitoad's froggy groggy balls. That is all.
Donald, you're being such a meanie right now. Viewers, remember next episode to dislike the video to show your hatred towards him.
That's so stupid, Joe. People are going to forget to do that next time. If we really wanted the people to thumbs down my episode, we could just include Game Producer 6 as the special feature. Lord knows the comments love going after that cast-form creamer.
While you mention it, what's up with our dumb drunken editor appearing as a guest in other videos? Can we ban him from showing up ever again to not mock and tarnish this channel's reputation? We have a series to keep alive here.
Good call. I might even hit up the Smogon Council and get Finchinator on the case. Because his usage rate is above the average, GP6 and all his regional variants / costumes have been banned to the Uber's tier. This is with immediate effect.
All 741 cosplay alternate forms too?
Especially those.
I'm sorry, Joe. I know you love to try and sweep me on Showdown with the sexy Sneasler variant, but we will have to wait for Pokemon Piss and Pokemon Shit Suspect test for you to use him again.
We lost a real homo today, boys. I already missed that spicy Metang meat.
It's about time the God Duck learned Bulldoze. Finally, he has a reliable ground-type stab.
He is nigh complete.
Jesus Christ, Christ baby, what did they do to my boy Espy? Murder that poor thing so it doesn't have to live in pain.
I just realized that it's the rat from the last series. Is this the 69 god?
Outdated reference yet relevant at the same time, Joe? Keep on booming it, brother.
Wop, 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 wop. Don, mess him up.
Hey, Barack, I've got an Ironworks Fuego line for you that will get us a freaking bars comment chain under this video.
Sweet Shuppet Soup Joe, you're prefacing this with some high expectations here. Let's see if your wordplay is worth it.
All right, checkity check, check it. Call me your dad because I believe in you.
Oof.
Well spoken, Donnie. I'm sorry to tell you, Mr. Prez, my Poplio piping pops never had faith in me to begin with, so that line falls flat. You won't get an FB approval from me today.
No, wait, run it back. I said call me your dad, cause I be leaving you.
Freaking bars.
He said it. He said the thing. Make sure to capture this in 4K on my Barackberry phone, Donald.
You freaking twisted those words like a spoon? The Abra Evolutions ain't got nothing on you, Creepy Joe.
I can't believe he managed to turn that one around on me. Viewers, be sure to head down to the comment section below and find the freaking bars chain and add to it.
While you fight this eeny weeny Hitmontini, maybe you should ask the comment question of the day, Joe.
Great idea, Donald. Super Duper Bro 3251 asks, if you could study under any of the Pokemon professors, who would it be?
I gotta go with the Masked Royal Kukui. He's hands down the most prestigious professor in the series battling-wise, as he is literally the champion of Sun and Moon. For Cosmo's sake, he beat the Indigo League and even gave Lance a run for his money as champion. Plus, he has Braviary on his team, which is my favorite Pokemon, so brownie points there.
I'd have to say Professor Oak. Think about it. This man invented the Pokédex. We wouldn't have such a highly informative encyclopedia if it wasn't for him. All the insane Dex entries and crazy facts about the creatures of the regions would not be made publicly known if it wasn't for his ingenious idea.
Mine's got to be Sonia from Galar. I'll admit, she hasn't really done much. Her mother discovered Dynamaxing, which is one of the most busted gimmicks in all of Pokemon, so there's that. Plus, she's superty-duperty hot, and her dog is always looking for a pounding.
I understand pouncing the professor, but you can't keep getting away with this doggy-style dog-doing Joe.
Oh no, when I say pounding, I mean it literally. Her stupid Lil Yamper always knocks down the door when Sonia and I are using the Masuda method, if you know what I mean. So I grab my sword and shield and batter the literal dog piss out of him. That'll teach him to disturb my breeding time.
From bestiality to animality. I want to say I'm happy you're growing better as a person, Joe, but my soul would not be able to rest easy knowing I meant that.
I'm getting there, Barack, I'm getting there. Machine Gun Hunt 8407 asks, what are your guys' favorite anime?
Gotta pay respects to the GOAT Akira Toriyama. Dragon Ball shaped an entire culture and continuously goes on to define the anime community. Who am I kidding? It's broken beyond its boundaries and has made a massive impact on other parts of pop culture. It's not even a part of the big three. Toriyama literally pointed at himself and said, it's just big me.
I usually exclude Dragon Ball because it's so obviously #1. So aside from that, I would say the Ace Attorney anime adaptation. Anyone that doesn't have time to play through the game should give it a watch. It brings the trilogy to screens, and my God, it is impeccable. It captures the lighthearted comedy as well as the serious tone of each case perfectly. Plus, Daddy Edgeworth pulls up in his whip, ready to pimp smack some defendants. Who doesn't love that?
I'm not a weeb like you two bozos, so I haven't seen many animes or teenager cartoons, as you call them.
Aren't you the one always speaking Japanese in these videos, Joe?
Shut up, Totoro. But in all seriousness, my favorite anime has to be Family Guy.
Hell no, we are not discussing this Toro's bullshit today. What's the story with that item you just picked up?
Well, this game does get continuous updates, so it's likely an item used to be assigned to that ID but was maybe changed or modified for a specific reason in a later version. I think the devs considered that, and this seems to be a safe way to dispose of said empty ID slots.
Well, that's a bit frustrating. It honestly seems like our item luck has been terrible so far. Between the abundance of berries and now this literally pointless item, we have not hit the jackpot quite yet when it comes to held items.
Don't worry, Cleveland, my nakama. I'm certain we will obtain some great items one day. I hear the hotel side quests give out some great rewards, so maybe after Donald's gym battle next episode, you could have a look at being the quest slave.
The quest, what?
Don't worry about it anyway. I'm going to defuse Bill and then end off the episode. I haven't slept in like 8 minutes and my eyes are getting heavier than a Celestila.
Sounds good, Giuseppe. I'm going to train my tush off for the Misty fight. Just in case Barack asks her to throw it back and she declines, I can step in and take her place.
I swear to God, if I start seeing you getting jiggy with it, I will let the gun get ziggy with you.
Nice, we got a ticket for a luxurious cruise. Must be a new area the creator added in that was cut from red and blue.
This guy has supposedly beaten Gen 1 thousands of times, folks.
No deaths and 2 captures. Not a bad showing today, Joe.
I'm in agreement. I hope I can carry your momentum into the next boss fight. Now, if you'll excuse me, I've got a closed-door private meeting with Glizzy Drizzy to attend.
Thank God I wasn't invited. Thanks for watching, everybody. If you didn't see my magic trick earlier, scroll down and be sure to like this video or subscribe if you are part of the 80% who haven't yet. It's free and keeps you up to date on all of our videos as soon as they drop. Thanks again for watching and see you in the next one.